Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here at the 87th Annual Texas High School Coaches Association Convention in beautiful Houston, Texas. We are here in the Built with Chocolate Milk Coaches Lounge, and we've got the head coach of the Wylie Pirates, AMO, Coach Bill Howard. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
You're very welcome.
All right, Coach. Now, I don't want to date you, but you've been around this business for a little while. We were talking off air. I know you think I've been around for a little while too, but you've been to a few of these things, and every year coaching school seems to get bigger. There's more vendors, more coaches showing up. It's got to make you feel good to be a part of the association and the great things they do for coaches and kids.
Oh, I owe everything to the Texas High School Coach Association. I think our careers, the money that we make, the importance of athletics in the period, all the things that most people just take for granted is all because of the work of our directors and our presidents. And you being around this business a while, just like I have, there are so many great men in this business that do unbelievable things, and the great thing, it's all for kids.
Now, and most of your staff is here. I mean, from the high school down to the junior highs.
Yes. Pretty
much all your coaches are here. How important is it for a young coach to get involved in the association and be a part of it?
Oh, I think it's very important. I think the fundamentals and the groundwork that we try to teach kids all start with your relationships with other people and growing. As a young coach, you need to grow and develop, and you need to learn those skills that it takes to teach kids and take them to the next level. And I think coaches that assume they know everything and don't willing to grow, I mean, I've been in the business a long time, and I'm still getting better and I'm still learning and growing, and I want my young coaches to do that. Assumption is a bad thing today, and a lot of people take it for granted. But the people that you meet here, the knowledge that you can receive, and the wealth of information that's just in this is incredibly important for their growth.
And you can see some old friends. I saw you and Anthony Chris from Sam Houston there chatting. How long have you known Coach Chris? You've known him for a while, huh?
I've known him for a while.
Him and his dad?
Yeah. I did not know his dad, but I know him. And you talk about a tremendous individual, tremendous leader, a tremendous role model. He's an awesome dude. You
guys were talking a little ball. I was just sitting there listening up. I was like a young coach soaking up all that knowledge you guys were dropping. So let's look ahead to the 2019 season in the Wylie Pirates. Your district is tough. Everybody seems to be getting better in Garland ISD. Saxe and Rowlett are kind of the top teams in Garland ISD. Lakeview's coming on strong.
Lakeview's going to be very talented this year.
And then you look at even North Garland has made Coach Castillo has done a great job there, kind of getting them to be much more competitive. And Naaman Forest has always been tough. Doesn't look like there's really any off weeks for you guys, is there?
Well, there never really has been, especially when you move up into the 6A ranks. But our district has become much more competitive. Like you said, North Garland I think is doing a great job. And I tell you what, Lakeview is going to be really good.
They have a pretty good running back, don't they?
They have a pretty good running back. But, the one thing that surprised me, and not to say it in a negative way, but when we moved to Garland District, I mean, we've been to the Planos and the Allens.
Yeah.
And I felt like we've always been I kind of felt like sometimes we even had upper hand in coaching. And I tell you, we moved in the Garland District last year, and those guys are excellent football coaches. And sometimes they don't have all the facilities and the situations that like a Wylie has.
Yeah.
They outcoached us last year on a lot of levels, and very impressive, great group of guys, and it's a fun district. It really is a fun district to be in. So,
now from your perspective, what when the Pirates take the field to open the season, do you have a feel for what your team's personality is going to be, or what are the strengths we should be looking for when you guys take the field?
Well, this spring we kind of changed our philosophy a little bit on offense, and I think this spring we had the most physical spring we've ever had, and that was the goal. We want to get back to that old Wylie swagger. We're very physical, very tough. We're going to get out-talented by some schools. We understand that, but we need to be very physical. We need to be very disciplined, and I was very happy with our spring ball this year. We came out came out fairly healthy. We got better in a lot of areas. We developed some depth on our defense that we really needed. So, I'm hoping we come out and we're going to be very fundamentally sound, and I hope we're going to be very physical. And if we are very physical with the skill kids we got, that could hopefully translate into some victories.
One thing I've seen in Wylie teams in the past, and maybe you can attest to this, it seems like when Wylie the kids in Wylie, they're really tough, and they play better almost with a chip on their shoulder. When we pick them, when the media kind of picks them further down the district standings, you guys pop up and go to the state semifinals and make us all look silly. Do you feel like your kids and the mentality in Wylie, the kids kind of feed off that and kind of play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder?
Yes, I do. I think we do play with a little chip on our shoulder because, we're always in there, and our goal is like everybody else. When you talk about South Lake Carroll, you talk about Allen, you talk about the Hebrons, you talk about that. Wylie's name's usually not in that. And that does give us a little motivation, more of a little chip there. So just trying to get to that level, trying to get to become a better program. And luckily I've been to be at Wylie. This is my 23rd year, and our program is really solid, and it keeps getting better. But, I like being picked at the bottom.
Like to fly under the radar.
Yes, sir.
Now, UIL made some changes this year with how you guys are structuring strength and conditioning. They allowed the coaches to have 2 hours of sport-specific instruction during the summer each week. How did you guys utilize that, and do you feel like that was a big benefit for you?
Well, I think the verdict's still out on we're utilizing it. We're getting better. I think it was a good thing to a certain point. But, the one thing that we do, we put up the football after football season. We don't let them get out for 3 months. And I'm hoping that you see a burnout phase in a lot of kids over the period of time, doing it over and over and over again. And when you come in and, Texas is known for our strength conditioning programs. Our kids get up there for 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, and they just bust their butt. And now we're asking them to come up there another hour. And sometimes that, I'm worried about the long-term, the burnout effect about this.
Because you want the kids to have a summer and be kids, right?
Oh, yeah. I want our football players to be multi-sport athletes. I want our football players to have fun. And, in Wylie, just like a lot of schools, we get ready in September so we can play in December. That's what we talk about. Mm-hmm. That's a long grind.
Yeah,
if you're already when you got that grind coming from spring ball through the summer, now it's a little bit more. My coaches have done a great job with it. I know other programs are doing a great job with it. Our kids are getting better. I think you'll see the efficiency of offenses and probably the readiness of teams be a whole lot higher at the beginning. But, all in all, I still have questions about how much you want to keep the kids up there.
How much do you like having the, because you guys do spring football. A couple of years ago, they allowed you guys to bring the freshmen in a week early. I'm sure that's been very helpful to get those freshmen up to speed, because freshmen, let's be honest, they're freshmen. They're kind of all over the place, and you got to try to wrangle them. You like herding cats and getting them all organized.
That's a great analogy. Yes,
having those kids a week early, and every varsity coach being able to be with those kids and work with them, I'm sure they're light years ahead of where they would have been 3-4 years ago when you got them at the same time as everybody else.
Oh, I think it's a huge difference. You're spot on. Our freshman kids came in, and I thought in the past, because we had all the varsity kids in there and we're running the freshman kids, you have a freshman staff, and sometimes they don't get the full benefit and in the energy level that they should get. But bringing them in a week early, you can do things slower, and the process is a whole lot better. So it does help the freshmen a great deal, and that has been a huge help.
All right, Coach, before we let you go, we're going to have you spin the Dick's Sporting Goods Wheel of Questions here. You got to answer truthfully and honestly, and just spin it and answer the question. We'll see if you land on the best hip-hop song. That might be fun.
I hope not. I'm not a big music guy.
All right, that's the second time you got that one today. Okay. Do you fly a lot?
No, I hate flying.
Okay, well, when you do fly, are you a window or aisle seat guy?
Oh, I'm an aisle seat guy.
Like the aisle seat? You don't like heights?
I just don't like – I'm claustrophobic.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So the aisle gives you a little more room to work with?
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you're walking down the aisle. Everybody's going, who's that? Who's got to sit by that big guy? I don't like that.
No middle seats, right?
No middle seats. No, sir.
You. There he is, Coach Bill Howard from Wylie Pirates. We appreciate your time and appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you, sir.